Going to start. A low point in my life was back in 2016. I had just come out to my parents as trans and been rejected utterly. I was standing in the security line at the airport to come back to Chicago, and I was just crying because in that moment, I felt like I would never be able to afford hormones. I'd never be able to get top surgery, and everything was just going to be horrible forever. 2 years previously, I had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, as well as depression and pretty severe anxiety. I was on some medication, which my family also wasn't super happy about, but I didn't really have a great support system. I felt very isolated and, like I'd never be able to really be myself. Back in high school, I didn't really have a strong support system either. I was unmedicated bipolar, so I think I was a little hard to be around, but those intense mood swings were a lot, even though I was told, that's just how teenagers are. And also in college, it was still kind of the same thing going on. And I remember kind of just a thing I would say is, I don't really like being alive, but I'm too tired to do anything about it. And I really wish I could go back and talk to that person, that I could go back and talk to that teenager, that college student, and even me crying in the airport and tell them about how much things have changed. Just 6 months later, after that incident, I had gotten on hormones. I got a prescription from Howard Brown, and I went over to my best friend's house to have a little celebration. 2 years after that, in 2019, I had such a solid friend group. They drove me to the hospital for surgery and took care of me for the 2 weeks after. I couldn't really lift my arms above my shoulders, so I couldn't do a lot of things. And, I'm on stable medication now, and I feel like I've built my own little found family here that really accepts me. And I've been in therapy for 7 years, and things are a heck of a lot better. But that's a thing that's really hard to understand when you're an LGBTQ youth. The most recent data from the Trevor Project in 2020 reported that 52% of transgender youth have contemplated suicide, and 21% have attempted it. And that's also compared to just cisgender LGBT youth. 32 have contemplated suicide, and 11% have attempted it. But that changes so much with a support system. For example, 58% of queer teens have had someone try to convince them to change who they are and to reject it. And when you compare it, 19% of teens who have attempted suicide came from households that were not accepting, and only 8% from those that were. 35% have attempted suicide when it's a parent or caregiver who's the one trying to convince them to change. So a little acceptance and understanding can go such a long way. And, things are partially getting better. And also, it feels like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But, if you have someone in your life, either a teen or even an adult, it just, it helps a lot, both to acknowledge their mental health struggles, because there's a lot of depression and anxiety involved, and also just validating them. So yeah. And then to close things off, I have a song that I wrote that is kind of about embracing life. It's, someone going on a road trip, kind of contemplating how bad things are. And then, they pass a car crash on the road, and they realize, they really value their life and they want to live. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you. Sugar, Dry on the rim of a coffee cup, melted, stained, unused. A fly crawls along the curvature to taste forbidden fruit. I'm counting telephone poles and trees, winds blowing through the leaves. It almost smells like rain. And every song I hear is your whisper in my ear. Ghosts crowd in, I'm trapped inside my brain. Fields, fallow, riverbed, full of mud, dusty dreams that fade. Billboard after billboard, paint flaking off the words, telling me Jesus saves. The poison had consumed a dash of bitter truth, nostalgia with a twist of lime. A sweet and troubled youth, one part drive removed. Down the drain, I'm trapped inside my mind. Red paint, black tar, up in smoke, ants crawl past in line. Cherry flavor, glossy yearbook page, smeared with the drag of time. It always ends too soon in musty hotel rooms, blankets damp with sweat, singing out of tune, sirens on the late night news. Every breath's as good as it will get.